And let's now get more on the Arctic issues and across to Canada. And Michel Chossudovsky, director of the Center for Research and Globalization, is here with us. Mr. Chossudovsky, welcome to RT. Just how hot can things get over the Arctic with all those nations involved who want to lay their hands on its estimated 20+% of oil and gas?
Well, we have to look at the issue of the claims, the territorial claims. The strategic interests are significant because it is estimated that the Arctic region has something of the order of 25% of global oil and gas reserves. But we should understand that the US transpolar territory, it's much smaller than that of Russia, Canada, and Denmark. And in fact, the United States does not really have territories bordering, or very limited territories bordering the Arctic Ocean. And we have to distinguish between the territories above the Arctic Circle, which is an imaginary line at the 66th parallel, and the actual Arctic Ocean. And there, what happens is we have Canada, Denmark, and Russia, which are the main countries which actually have territories there. Now, how does the United States get around this? It is not a member of UNCLOS, the United Nations Convention of the Law on the Sea, and therefore it has it can't file official claims for extended continental shelf. And in fact, I don't think it intends to do that, because if you look at the geography, Alaska is only a little bit above the Arctic Circle. But how does it get around it? It is through the militarization of North America and its alliance, particularly with Canada, but also with Denmark and Norway, and the establishment of what is called maritime NORAD. This goes back to 2002 when Rumsfeld actually claimed the whole region under US Northern Command.
Right, and obviously Moscow won't be giving its slice of the pie to anyone. And earlier this month, President Putin ordered the rebuilding of a military base in the Novosibirsk Islands. How much of a player is Russia trying to be in the region?
Well, I think Russia has legitimate claims to that area in view of its geography, with a large portion of its territory above the Arctic Circle and territories within the Arctic Ocean itself. But the United States is now building an integration with Canada under the North American Union, which constitutes a means for the US to extend its so-called sovereignty over Canada's Arctic territories. And under US Northern Command, of which Canada is unofficially a member, Canada accepts the right of US to deploy troops and naval forces extending into its Arctic territories. And so the issue of territorial rights over the Arctic will eventually, in my opinion, will go through deep integration between Canada and the United States and the so-called North American Union and the strategic partnership, which eventually will extend its jurisdiction up onto the North Pole.
Right.
And that is really the issue. It's the confrontation between Russia and the United States and its partners, its NATO partners, in a new battle for oil and gas. And there we're talking about militarization, the establishment of military bases, the extension of oil and gas companies going up to the Arctic, and of course it has devastating environmental implications.
All right, Michel Chossudovsky from the Center for Research on Globalization, thank you very much indeed for your time.
Thank you very much.